Well, good evening. What an honor it is to be here to receive this invitation to come work with some of the best and brightest musicians in the district. We have this ensemble met for the first time 2 days ago on Thursday. I think that first rehearsal, did that start at what, 4:30? 4:30, yeah. And then we rehearsed, we had a long day yesterday on Friday, where I think we rehearsed from about 10 till 5. And then today we did very little rehearsal. We got together and basically just ran the program, a quick dress rehearsal. So today, for the most part, we've been free in the morning. So I point that out because, by my calculations, if we got together on Thursday at 4 and we ended on Friday at 5, that was exactly 26 hours. So this program, obviously we didn't work all 26 hours, but over just barely a day's span of time, all of the music that you are hearing tonight went from the first iteration, the very first sound we made as an ensemble together, to this finished product. These students have been working very, very hard. I've pushed them on some challenging repertoire, and I'm very impressed with their collective work ethic and what they've been able to do. I was equally impressed with the honor string orchestra, so please, another round of that for that ensemble. My colleague Kimo Furumoto programs in John Williams, so I of course had to answer that with some Elmer Bernstein, a famous music score for the Magnificent Seven, was our first opening selection here. We're going to change the mood now. We're going to make it a little bit more intimate, make it a little bit more introspective with a wonderful piece by Canadian composer Kate Nishimura called Autumn. This piece is about the gradual changing of the season, the slow change of the colors of the leaves, but really it's kind of a metaphor for equally slow but yet important, significant changes in life. It is a very introspective, very reflective work, a very silent work with a lot of space involved in it. So we ask you equally become a part of the performance of that silence. This is Kate Nishimura's Autumn. Testing. We continue along in the program with another change of style once again. When I program for honor bands, I try to do my best to program pieces that sort of ping-pong back and forth between different styles to expose the students to a lot of different soundscapes and whatnot. The next piece is by a composer who's a dear friend of mine. His name is David Biedenbender. And he and I taught, we actually went to the University of Michigan together. He got a doctorate in composition, I got a doctorate in conducting. We were there at the same time, and then we ended up later on the faculty at Michigan State together, where we taught for a number of years. I do a lot of his music. This particular piece is very emblematic with his style. He's a classical music composer, but he brings in references from the jazz world, from pop music and whatnot. And this piece is called Melodious Funk. Melodious Funk. Okay? Now, at its root, it takes that idea of that sound thunk. Right? Thunk. If you think about that sound, that is not the most delicate sound. There's some bite to this piece. There's a little bit of aggression. There's, a lot of times in music making, we're after resonant sounds. Sometimes in this piece, we want a sound that is really dry, that doesn't resonate, but funks. At the same time, you might recognize that it's sort of a play on words of great jazz composer Thelonious Monk. So it incorporates some elements of jazz in it as well. There's even a slight nod to a bebop tune called Salt Peanuts. If you know that tune, you may hear a little reference here and there. So this is David Biedenbender's Melodious Funk. We've come to our last selection, but before we get there, a few thank yous. First and foremost, I want to thank the trust that the music educators in the GUHSD district have placed in myself and my colleague, Professor Fermoto, in trusting us with these musicians, with this opportunity. It's one that I don't take lightly. Honor bands are something that are very near and dear to my heart. In fact, if not for honor band experiences, I do not think I would be standing here today. It was experiences like this when I was in my youth that made me decide that it had to be music, that music was the career path I was on. I was dead set on becoming an engineer, and after a few of these honor band experiences, I just decided, nope, it can't be any other thing, it's gotta be music. And I haven't looked back since. So I know the power of these experiences to change lives. And whether our musicians are going on to careers in music or to careers in other things, I hope that this experience has been meaningful to you. I hope you reflect back on it fondly. If you're not a senior, I hope you are back again next year to participate. But it has been an honor. So thank you for the trust of the music educators in the district for this opportunity to engage with your students. I'd like to thank our host, Cuyamaca College, but in particular, Mr. James Bovido, the chair and the director of bands here. I believe he is in the back, so would we give him a round of applause? And to the parents out there, none of these students would be here if you weren't dedicating countless hours to making sure that you got to band practice after school and countless other activities. So thank you for supporting the arts and keeping your students invested in making music. To the parents. But my biggest thank you of all goes to these fine musicians on stage. It has been an honor to work with all of you. It has been such a joy to get to know you a little bit. And as my colleague said to the orchestra, I do very much, hope that our paths cross again in the future. Thank you for this opportunity. You've been wonderful. Another round of applause. We end the concert tonight with a message that is purely about light and joy and all the things good in the world, which we all need right now. This is a piece called Illumination. It was composed by a wonderful composer who's very near and dear to the band world. His name is David Mislinka. And the piece was commissioned for the performing at the new concert hall that had just been built. It was commissioned for that purpose, but at its bigger purpose, it's just to be a piece about sheer joy. This is David Mislinka's Illumination.